Diane, I asked you to get me evidence of an email that you sent to a landlord as close to May as possible, and I asked you to go and get your phone. Mm-hmm. Did you manage to get hold of that email?
I did so, yeah.
Michelle, can I have a look, please?
Great reply. Perfect. Thank you.
Not sure if it's too late or not, but me and Jim split up. And I was wondering if you could take my name off the tenancy, please, and just keep him. He will have no problem continuing to pay the rent, I can assure you that. If it's going to be a problem, then we'll just keep it as it is, because I do stay there a few times a week while I'm at work.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Be quiet.
Well, I was staying there a couple of nights a week with work, but I knew that as we were coming to the end of the tenancy, so I didn't know if it was going to be worth doing because we were coming to the end of the 6 months tenancy.
His response, sorry to hear that. It will be easier to leave you on, though. Let me ask you a very simple question so that none of us are confused, because I'm a little bit confused here. Am I right that Jim would get all of his benefit, his housing benefit, from the local authority? They would give it to him. He would immediately give you the total amount every month and you would pay the top-up.
He gave me little dribs and drabs here and there of the housing benefit and I ended up having to pay all the rent.
That's a very important thing, Jim. Am I right, then, as far as you're concerned, in June, July and August, you were doing the same thing as you had previously done? Housing benefit comes in, it immediately goes in a regular sum to Diane. Correct?
Yeah, but Your Honour,
I have seen or been through, look at me, sir, Diane's bank account. Mm-hmm. Roughly each month, £500 goes into your account and it immediately goes out to Diane so that she can pay the rent, according to what you say. This is Diane's account. In June, there is not an amount of £500. Dribs and drabs.
Yeah, but Your Honour, she used to borrow money off me to get to work, petrol money.
From your ESA, not the housing benefit?
No, it was from the council money. It was from the council money. She said, oh, lend me the money so that I can get to work and I'll take it off the rent.
Madam, from January, February, March, April, May, this is why this is a mess. Did he set up a standing order and pay you his housing benefit each month?
No, never.
How did he do it? He gave you dribs and drabs.
Dribs and drabs, that was all. The whole money always came out of my money.
Why are you receiving money from him, do you believe, in July?
I believe that is what he owed me from... I paid the rent on the 1st of June, never got no housing benefit from him. So that money, as far as I was concerned, was what he was giving me for the bit that he should have paid me for the housing benefit.
In other words, it's back payment for stuff he hasn't paid you.
Back payment.
But you were never getting a regular sum.
Never.
And if you were getting a regular full sum, it should feature in your account.
It would.
Understood?
You're always ringing him up, asking him for money.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Did someone fart? I don't understand.
She was always borrowing money off me. She was always... I paid her car insurance.
The car was in your name?
No, not the car insurance wasn't in my name. It was in your name. You were the driver.
What happened to that housing benefit, sir? Look, what happened to it? 466, it's for...
I've given some more. 333, it's not showing on there, Your Honour.
Well, where's that in writing, that agreement? How do I know what represents the housing benefit, what represents an arrangement you had between the two of you?
She was always asking me for money for petrol to go to work, yeah? All the money...
What's the housing benefit for?
Yeah, I was given...
Question. What is housing benefit for?
To pay my rent, but if...
Excellent.
But if she was in trouble, I'd give her some money. Yeah, to help her out. But I shouldn't have done. I was stupid.
You're not helping anyone out. That is for your rent.
I made it clear to Jim that I couldn't afford to pay the rent after the 1st of June.
And you made it clear to the landlord as well?
And I told the landlord.
What's the next part of your claim, sir? It's for parking fines, £156.
Yep. Diane was the driver of the car. I can't drive. And,
Why does she owe you money for parking fines?
She got the parking fines.
Did you get parking fines?
I used to come home from a night shift and I'd say to him, I'm going to bed, keys are on the side, when the clock has run out, change the clock. He used to go into town and I'd say, have you done the clock? Oh, I forgot. And then when we got out there was a parking fine. And
In
the
other
car was
words-
in his name and the badge was in his name.
Why is that his fault and not your responsibility?
I was asleep. I'm not waking. I'm sure I'm not going to wake up to set the alarm just so it can go and do that for him. I was asleep.
So why not park somewhere else? Bearing in mind, you personally are not entitled to that badge.
There were no other spaces around that where we lived. The parking was close to town, so everybody used the parking for town.
I've lived in Eastbourne for a long time and there's plenty of places you could have parked. You just couldn't be bothered to walk.
Who asked you?
No one, but I'm telling you.
Yes, true.
You just wanted to park outside the front of the house
I've just had a
and
hip
walk straight in.
replacement. I could not walk at the time.
Oh, OK, but you could drive and go to work, but you'd had a hip replacement. OK.
I've just had it.
If you enjoyed that video, then I strongly suggest clicking here for more highlights. For those of you who haven't subscribed yet, and why not, so that you never miss out, subscribe. Clicking down there, that's an order.